We're going to preview race number 7 now, the Glasgow Handicap over the 1200 metres. Harmony and Rich draws an outside gate. Zach's ridden 5 times for 3 placings on the horse. Rewarding Together draws barrier 1 but carries an extra £11 from his last win. Handsome Bobo up in trip to the 1200 metres. Grateful Heart has a wider draw but it is his favourite trip. Astrologer plus £4 on the 6th behind Rewarding Together. Classic Unicorn, all wins have been at 1000 metres. Navas 2 makes his Happy Valley debut. Street Scream 3 in a row comes into Class 2 for the first time. Rock Your Heart better last time. And we've got Pinghai Galaxy and Seizing the Moment down the bottom. So it's a 1200 metre race. And we're going to have a look at the speed map here, Tom, and Classic Unicorn and Harmony and Rich both love to charge forward. Yeah, they do, but Harmony and Rich is going to have to try and get across from barrier 12, but he's certainly got pace to be able to do so. We know what Classic Unicorn does, and that is roll along in front, but normally capitulates over the 1200 metres, does Classic Unicorn on the straight. Pinghai Galaxy's got a bit of toe as well, Paul, and he won a trial at Sharton recently in good style. Yeah, I thought he'd get himself into a nice position. Handsome Bobo's a query, isn't he, because he's hit a miss at the start. He can miss the start a few times, but when he jumps, he normally goes forward. Rock Your Heart, Navas 2 coming to Happy Valley for the first time. Astrologer and Seizing the Moment, we know those 2 horses generally get back. They do indeed. All right, we're going to start with an interview before we get to the boys and their thoughts with some replays, and that is Vincent Ho, who rides Rock Your Heart. He was so much better last time, more like the Rock Your Heart from last season. Here's Vincent and Nick.
Vincent, Rock Your Heart is your ride in race 7 on Wednesday night. A race that looks full of pace, and he acquitted himself really well last time behind WizKid.
Yeah, and it's good to have some pace, and also himself, he is, is quite fast as well. So with the gate, for sure it helps.
He's got a good record here at Happy Valley without winning. Last time was 1000. He goes up to 12. Is that going to suit him a bit better, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Well, he didn't win yet in Happy Valley, but he had a couple of good runs. Even before, he had a 1000 from behind midfield, and he still come home very strong. So 12 should be more.
And I guess the course that we're racing on, Vincent, it's crucial to get a good draw. He's drawn in 2, so I imagine you were happy seeing that.
Yeah, definitely. With C+3, so drawing 2 definitely helped.
There's Vincent Ho with Rock Your Heart. So he draws 2. The horse that draws on the inside, Paul, is Rewarding Together. Massive plus, but a massive weight in post here as well. Yeah, he does go up quite a lot, but gee, he won nicely, didn't he? It was a good win from him. I didn't mind the run of Astrologer here, and he should get the pace to suit. He's dropped £7 coming in, so he'll strip a fitter horse as well. And I like the way he hit the line. He's a 1200 metre specialist. Happy Valley is Rewarding Together, and I think he can go on with it again despite that extra weight that he's got to carry this time round. And look, I'd give Pinghai Galaxy another chance. He's drawn nicely, should get a good run in transit, covered ground throughout last time out, trialled up last Tuesday at Sharton down the straight over 800. Looked good there, I thought. And that's coming up shortly, that trial. Here's the stats for the 1200 on the C+3, Tom. 1, 2 and 3 and also 5, a good record. The anomaly barrier 4 wins but 11 seconds. Yeah, it's a little bit of an odd number there for that particular draw. It's Navas 2 who's got it this time round, but the wider you get, the more sparse it can be to try and find a winner there. Gate number 9's got a reasonable record as well with 5 wins. So there, Handsome Bobo jumps out of that, Paul. Yeah, he does, and if he can jump cleanly, he should get himself into a nice position. He has run well this season. Speaking of running well, Street Scream. Tom, can he do it again? Bigger test for him this week up in grade. Yeah, he's flying at the moment. This horse, unbeaten in his 3 runs this campaign. He's got £10 off his back, which is definitely going to assist him up here. But barrier number 10, he's shown a good turn of foot when he's won these last couple of efforts. Paul, another horse that's been back to the trials and won without too much pressure, but he seems to have just found a new lease of life, this horse. Hasn't he? Hasn't he been going well this season? And yeah, definitely that £10 claim is going to help him a lot. I can have a look at his little report card here too, Paul. Street Screaming. You can see 31 starts for 5 wins, but 3 of them at the last 3 outings. Yeah, exactly, and they've all been this season, so that's been the sort of the turning point for him. 3 from 3 this season, I think, is probably the telling stat there. And he hasn't gone off as short price favourite either. 3.32 starts going 3.1 last start. So if you've been following, you've got a decent return. Absolutely, you have, and he's come up in betting in the third or fourth line at the moment has Street Scream. Here is this trial you spoke of, Tom, down the straight, and he loves a trial, Pinghai Galaxy, just loves to get out and about.
He does. He's had a few trials this season. Of course, he did win first. We won second up, and then since then he's run third and fourth behind Rewarding Together and WizKid. This was with Nervous Witness here, but he was able to overtake him. Karis Teaton was in the saddle here for this trial, but looked to tank along quite nicely.
Yeah, and he's drawn nicely in barrier number 5 as well. So, look, he's going to get his opportunity for sure.
Interesting runner, one of the most interesting runners all meeting, Paul. Navas 2. He's been back to the trials. He's got a new jockey now in Derek Lung. All of his wins have been 1400. How do you see him coping on the smaller track over 1200?
I think he'll cope all right. He's nuggety little horses, Navas 2. I'm going to include him. I want to keep him safe. I haven't got him on a win line, but we know he's full of talent, this horse, and from barrier number 4, he should get a nice enough run.
Yeah, I've got him in 2. He's just in on a minor line. The form out of his last race is good. Keefe and the Irishman have come out and won out of that. No Happy Valley barrier trial for him. He's 1,234 pounds and he's drawn barrier number 4. I've got him in, but wouldn't want to see him cluttered up down on the rail in the straight, I don't think.
OK, so that is Navas 2. That's a look at race number 6. Any of the horse, or race number 7, any of the horses outside of their ball that we haven't talked about that we should look at?
Look, I think we've talked about the main chances there as well. I mean, Classic Unicorn's the one that's probably going to lead them along, but the 1,200 metres is the query for him. I reckon it's a really open race this, so I'm going to go with Astrologer. He's going to get the race run to suit with all his pace. I like the way he hit the line last time behind Rewarding Together. Obviously, Rewarding Together's way up in the weights. So at a decent each way price, Astrologer, he's 12 and 3.3 at the moment. Rewarding Together, I think, is the one to beat, though. Just got to carry that extra weight. Navas 2's the query because he's never been to Happy Valley before, and Street Scream's the horse in form. Really good race coming up in race number 7, but ended up with 6, 3, 8 and 9.
Well, Mark mentioned maybe is there any other horses worth considering. Grateful Heart's been terribly out of form. Is back on his sort of last winning mark now of about 92, but he's been out of form. So maybe he's one to watch because he was going well course and distance a couple of seasons ago. But Rewarding Together, I know he's got more weight to carry, but I think he's going to be tough to beat. Street Scream's obviously got the weight in his favour of the £10 off his back. Pinghai Galaxy trialled nicely, and Navas 2 keeping him safe. So 3, 9, 11 and 8.